to our channel ChandraAwesome. In this today's video, we will learn some new tools that belongs to patterns. Well, as a Onshape user, you might already know the pattern designs which are regularly used. That is linear pattern, circle pattern, and curve pattern. Well, not only those, we have other type of patterns which are available in Onshape. Well, these features are also free, and I will teach you those three along with this uh, default pattern features in Onshape. So without getting into late, let's jump into the tutorial. And before going to the tutorial, guys, I just want to add some point that I already shared how to perform the animation in Onshape. Well, if you want to learn about it, check out the video, or else you can get the link in the YouTube description. Check out it later, and it will be very useful, guys, if you are interested in animation, or else your wish. So, without getting to late, just jump to the tutorial. Before getting into the pattern, I just created a simple new part studio. Okay. Now let me create a simple sphere. So let's, for example, I'm selecting the front space, draw the circle, add the line, and done. Now I'm going to make this solid sphere, and that's it. Now we successfully got the sphere. Well, let's for the beginners, it will be useful for them to understand the patterns. Okay, so what is linear pattern? Linear pattern is basically um, make the pattern designs in a linear way, it just follows the axis directions. Okay, like in a straightforward way. As for example, in the pattern features, we already might know that we can pattern parts, features, and faces as well. So here we have the part, right? So let's work with the only parts. So set the entities and give direction, whatever direction you want. Let's, for example, I give the red direction, and here we might play with the values like add the distance, instant count. If you want to make the centered, it will come on both directions like a symmetric way. Okay. So if you want to second direction, you can also add it. For example, let's keep it like this and give count like this. Like this, you can also add it and perform the pattern designs here. Let's, for example, I just want to keep 5. I will want a second direction as well. And let's keep it like this and give dimension up to 5. Okay, this is how to work the linear pattern. Let's press it. And for working with the circle pattern, click on it. It's exactly the same as the arrow pattern. The tool will be the same, just like you need to work with the uh, uh, entities you need to give when performing the operation. So here I just want to, let's work with, instead of part pattern, let's work with the feature pattern. Features are nothing but we use here. Let's, for example, here I use the linear pattern feature. So I'm going to select that one, and this I'm going to select the axis. Here you might see here not the axis. If you want to select the axis, select the sketch, so the previous sketch, because here it's already a circle. Click on it right here. Now we got the circle pattern. It's like we okay, let's give 5 is get a like a star shape. 6. Okay, let's say I want to fix through the 6. And here we get the instant count. You can also make it centric. It's almost be centric, but sometimes you replay features, which means if you or if you or added an extra feature to the part like affiliate, it is going to reapply that feature to the when you applying the patterns. That's it. That's how to work with. And click on it. And for curve pattern, we need a curve. So before that, I'm going to select the center plane and try a simple curve using this plane tool. Just for example, why I choose this plane means because I worked with this one, right? Okay, let's keep it like this. And for a smooth transition, let's make the curve smooth like colors. Keep it like, yeah. Now, I want to make curve pattern. So simply drop down it, select the curve pattern. That's the same. Here I'm going to select the same, not the pattern feature pattern, because if you work with a part pattern, you need to sell the every individual parts. Did you got it? Let me show the operation. Let's sell the part. And here you go. We got only the parts. But if you instead of apply a feature pattern, it will be easy. Let's for example, I'm going to sell this feature circle pattern. And there we go, like this, as well as linear pattern as well. Yep. See, like this you can cut it. And you might observe that here the orientation is changing. You can keep the orientation by checking this keep and orientation. So it will be the same orientation with them. And you can give equal spacing or distance based on a point. You can change it and you even increase the count. So I just want to keep it as 3. Sure. Let's give it 3. Let me change the curve. Let's elongate long. Yep. So out of circle with the circle pattern, curve pattern, we choose this position. And these are the basic patterns. Let's jump to in undermost. So these features are available in the feature scripts or custom tools bar. If you are not know, if you are new, don't know how to work with, just check the video in the description. It's available and follow along from it. As for example, here we have fill pattern. Do you know what is the fill pattern? Fill pattern is basically used to pattern the faces simply instead of performing the linear pattern, circle pattern. You might confuse them. For irregular shapes, it's not possible, but like the shapes, you can make the fill patterns like this. Let's, for example, for the fill pattern, we need the face. Okay, for that, let me sell the front plane and draw a big square. Okay, and what is the dimensions? Let's extrude it to the other direction and keep it like this. Let's, for example, so select the fill pattern, and fill pattern is asking faces to pattern. Which faces you want to pattern this? As for example, I'm going to select this face and target face. Target face is on which face you want to target. Let's keep it as this. But here we can see it's not coming out because we didn't select the faces. The fill pattern is basically working for only face, not for the parts. So that's why we are getting this error. So if you want to work with the faces, let me do it for now. Let's clear the sketch and add some hole like this. Maybe it's too much high. Let's give a dimension or simply drag it inside it. And let's keep it centered so it will be visible for you and keep it okay. If you think it's not visible, except this, let's hide all parts. Yep. So here we have a center hole. Now we want to pattern these faces because at least they have faces, right? Just simply select the fill pattern and select the face and select the target face. And we need to give the direction. Simply give the direction like this. But here you can see the patterns are too close to each other. So for that, increase the dimension. Give how much you want, how much it is better. Yeah. See, after the character value, the pattern is formed. You can also give reduces. So yeah, in this way it will cover the whole, and you can also add the border value, which means it will increase the surrounding borders of the pattern. So the pattern features will be reduced. For example, let's give 100. Sorry, let's give 100. And see, it's reduced. Sorry. And if you reduce the pattern dimension, it will fill the hole. Let's give it 0. And we have shapes on as well, hexagonal or square. Square means just like it equally fill the pattern like this. You can not only in irregular faces, you can also work with the irregular faces as well. Okay, and this is how to work with the fill patterns. Okay, last we have another pattern as well. Three is called point pattern. Let me show where it is. Yeah, point pattern. So what is the basic use of point pattern? It is like a if you want to add the parts at the certain points instead of patterning it, sometimes we have a irregular shape and we don't want the whole curve. Let's, for example, let's take the previous curve what we did, not this one. Let's sketch 2. Let's hide this part. Yeah. Here in the curve you can see there are 4 points exactly. With the center we have 5 points. But I don't want the whole curve having the parts. I just want, let's show this first part one. I just want the part wholly be exactly at the point. So in that time you can, it is very useful this pattern. So let's, for example, I'm going to sell this part identity and the reference point. The reference point is nothing but it's going to take the any point as a reference point and it will make the patterns exact compared to it. So it will not mess up. Okay. So we if using asking locations, locations are nothing but the points. And there we go. Exactly at the points only we got shape. For the reference point, you can add it. Let's, for example, like giving the reference point as an origin. Or else you can add different points as well. Let's, for example, let's keep this one. Sorry. Let's keep this one. See, the pattern already changes based on the pair's reference point. The distance is changing. So based on the you can add the point, or else you can even work with the mate connectors as well. Okay, that is how we work with the point pattern. Let's keep talking. And let's hide this. Now let's hide this all. Right click, let's hide the sketch as well. And we have the last, which I know the pattern through. Many, if you are following the Onshape forums, you might know how to work with the more feature scripts about Onshape. That's I have Attractor pattern. So basically, guys, it is very useful pattern when you want to make the like grips or patterns on different surfaces. Let's, for example, I will show this simple bottle design. So I just a pattern this purple shapes like this. It's not so beautiful, but just for example, I just made it firstly. Okay, you can see this is the bottle shape, and now it looks good. Yeah. So we have to sometimes we need to change the perspective our viewpoint, then we'll feel beautiful. Okay, and yeah, so I achieved this working with the attractor pattern. It is going, you can make any changes here. Let's jump to the that part one. Okay, so let's select this big part. Okay, so this is the big part, and I want to pattern some part. Like for example, this is a cube. Sorry, this is a sphere. I want to pattern here, and we have with this attractor pattern, there is more customizations are available, and it will be very useful for you if you want to make patterns. So, for example, let's jump to it. It's asking the inputs, so we need to give the basic surface. Let's this is the base surface, and we need to give the input body. And if you uncheck it, you can take the body from either part studio, or see it's asking the selected body. If you want to say keep it from the or same part studio, you need to check out it. And this is the input body, and we is asking the mate connector. So it's asking mate connector of the body. It is a sphere, simply and selected it. And the attractors. So attractors is nothing but it's we want a face that near to it. Actually, we're not seeing any change, right? So I will show you. Let us check it. And there we go. We need to give the adjacent face to attractors, so it will adjust like this. So when I give the attractors, you can see the parts are equally patterned on the face, but you can do customizations to it. Like for example, like coming to the grid patterns, we have several three types of shapes: rectangular, triangular, and random. If you keep triangular, you can see the changes. It's like a stepwise count is there, the up and down, up and down. And if you want random, it was also possible. It gives the random patterns like this. Random is not that much good, but sometimes it will be useful. Let's work with the triangle pattern, and we have the count, you count, we count, which means in the triangular pattern we have our top point and below point side. So that is the we count and you count values. So you can play with values and approach the design as per you want. Okay. So like this, and you can also change the grid rotation. See, like means actually you, you change the pattern in one direction. Let's for example, let's keep it as the rectangle one, 20, more understandable for you. Let's keep it 5. Let's keep it as 5. Okay. So here you can see actual. So this is the orientation, right? So if you can change the whole pattern in the see, it is actually rotating. So in this way, it will apply on the face and the border, just like I explained in the fill pattern. It is going to increase the border limits, like it will add it. Okay. So based on this, you need to work with and instant parameters. Instant parameters means, like for example, we have several features like here. Like scaling means, like you want to scale from one phase to another phase. As for example, here have near 1 to 1 for 1. I want big at the for 1. Means this is the near values, because this is the equator we selected. It's like an initial point. So these are the far values. Here you can observe the patterns. Some patterns have small sizes at one end and big chest on another end. So based on it, we can change slide. See, I'll do the sizes now. And for the depth, depth means the distance. How much distance is going to interact with the selected part. See, keep it near or keep it far. So based on the points, you can also change the directions. Okay, it will take the points of near value for near for the 4, and the rotation means I want to change the rotation of the part. You can also even change it, because here I use the sphere. You can't absorb that rotation. You can also still change the axis. You can also rotate the part as like you want by selecting the axis, and you can also change the colors if you have no colors. Okay, see, for the default color it's like means For the real values, we have white. For the far values, we have like this color, sky blue light. So based on the alpha values also you can change it, right? So these many types of customizations are available. Let's come to the patterns. Like range means you want to range the pattern from this lens to this lens. Okay, you can work with the from 0 to 25. And you can also cut off means you want to cut the patterns at some certain distance only. So in the time you can do that. That fall off wave like this also. Like this also you can work with the patterns, right? So that is how to work with the patterns in Onshape CAD software, guys. If you are, if you like it, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. I hope it might be very helpful for you. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. Have a nice day.